It's not possible. I didn't say it would be easy, Neo.
Sure. All right. Good afternoon. Mr. Davis, is that you? Yeah. Y'all are on your device is on mute. Is there anybody in the room with you that can unmute it? You don't need it. Can you hear us? We need it. Maybe the volume needs to be turned louder. We can't hear y'all.
Can you hear me?
Oh, now I can. Yes, I can.
Okay. Thank you. I'm Miss James.
No, I'm talking to the jail. So is there anybody there in the room with you, Mr. Davis, that can turn the volume up? All right, we seem to be having some audio issues. We're going to call the jail and try to resolve it real quick. Warden Juge?
Yeah.
All right, we are, let me go through those preliminaries again. Wait, hold on, I'm getting a little feedback.
So, Warden Jude, you're in the room with the offender. Could y'all turn off y'all's mic speaker in there with him?
It's on here. All right, I think that's better. So, for the record, Warden Jude, would you introduce yourself?
Warden Steve Jude was Baton Rouge, detention center.
Okay, thank you. And we have Mr. Davis here in front of us. Good afternoon, Mr. Davis. Would you introduce yourself? Tell us your name and DOC number.
Charles Davis, DOC number 6.
All right, Mr. Davis, and let me recognize the folks you can probably see on the screen. I want to recognize your Aunt Nicole Harris, your Aunt Letitia James, and Takita Marshall, your girlfriend, and your Aunt Nicole will be speaking on your behalf at the appropriate time. First, let me just read some identifying information into the record, and then we're going to have a parole interview with you, okay? All right. So, Mr. Davis, you are classified as a second felony offender. You're currently serving a 30-year sentence. You were sentenced September 2021 in Ouachita Parish, criminal conspiracy to commit second-degree murder. Your parole eligibility date was September 27, 2023, and your good time date is October 15, 2025, with full term being in March of 2046. Is that information correct? So, Mr. Davis, explain to us, you were on supervision at the time this particular crime occurred. What were you on supervision for? Aggravated battery. And you also have, I think, another felony conviction, which is also a violent offense. Is that right? Right, but you have 3 felony convictions, all of which are violent offenses. So let's talk about the conspiracy to commit, what you're there for now, the conspiracy to commit second-degree murder. That offense happened in March of 2016. Is that right? And you've been in jail since March of 2016 for that crime. But you weren't sentenced until 2021. Okay. Tell us what happened that night that the murder occurred.
I was down in the park with one conflict. Building that I was hanging at, my family had, some guy down and opportunity.
Mr. Davis, wait, stand by, Mr. Davis. Warden Juge, can you put the microphone a little closer to him so we can hear him better?
incident that happened. I was out at the Parkville apartment complex where I hang out at, and I run into the guy that I had been fooling with at the club from an incident that happened at the club. And one thing led to another. I was on alcohol, I was on drugs, and I shot him
Multiple times, right?
twice,
Okay.
twice, three, or twice.
So the other violent offenses that I was referring to, you had an arrest in December of 2009 for aggravated second-degree battery. You received a 15-year sentence that was suspended all but 3 years, but you had another arrest in December of that year for aggravated second-degree battery. Same sentence, different docket numbers, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you remember that now?
Yes, ma'am. Right, concurrent.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So what I'm a little confused and concerned about, frankly, is you were on supervision. You got out on good time in April of 2015, and 11 months later, you had this arrest.
Yes, ma'am.
And so you pled guilty, right, to an amended charge of conspiracy,
Wow.
and you agreed to that,
Wow.
and you received a 30-year sentence. Okay. So let's talk about what you've been doing. I see where you did, you have anger management. You did that in 2013. You did living in balance also in 2013 before you got out before. This current period of incarceration, you've done the Steve Hoyle program. What did you get out of that program?
I got a lot out of the Steve Hall program, risk management, and victim awareness, and I got a lot out of it. About teaching my children, strengthening family. And,
Right. Wait. Let's go back a bit. I wanted to know what you got out of the Steve Hoyle program. What's the most important thing you learned from that program?
The most important thing I learned from the Steve Hall program is about my sobriety. Depending on my sobriety and doing the right thing, stay sober, and be a productive citizen in society.
Good. So what are you doing now to maintain your sobriety? How do you do that?
Right now, I'm just here. I cook in the kitchen and I cut hair to keep me busy and just trying to help people to give back.
So you're not, you're not in the work release program?
I'm a graded trustee.
Are you in the work release program or you just live at that facility?
I'm a graded trustee in the program.
Yeah, but do you work outside of the facility?
No matter.
No. So your job in there is you cook and you work in the kitchen. I mean, in your barber.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you don't do anything. When's the last time you were drug tested?
About 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Good. And how'd that come out?
All right.
Good.
But I'm addicted.
Right. I'm glad to hear that. Look, I have concerns about your violent past and your violent history. I'm really pleased about the Steve Hoyle program and that you have a plan to deal with your sobriety. Whenever you're released, whenever that might be, how are you going to stay sober?
I'm gonna be an AA program that I can join and find me a sponsor or a mentor, somebody that can help me get through anything that I need to get when it comes down to drugs or either family problems or anything that matter.
Do they have AA meetings there where you're at, Neil?
No matter.
They don't have. Okay. Where are you going to work?
I want to work at this Georgia Pacific plastic place for my aunt. She knows someone that can help me get on. But I'm gonna drive 18 wheelers. I want to get my CDL.
Oh, I see. Before you came to jail, did you have a valid driver's license?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You have any questions?
Good.
Warden Hughes, what can you tell us about Mr. Davis?
He's been a viral offenders. He's had a trustee and right up to
Oh, good.
He hadn't had any last.
No, right. Mr. Davis, I want you to know that you have some opposition to an early release. You have an opposition from the district attorney in Washita Parish, as well as law enforcement. At this time, we want to hear from your Aunt Nicole. Ms. Harris, could we hear from you, please?
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I'm here.
Go ahead. What would you like us to know?
Okay. First of all, I would like everyone to know that over the years with speaking on the phone with Charles and listening to him and telling me about all the classes that he have taken, also considering his health, I'm gonna help him get a job and maintain a job. I'm well networked into community, so I have a few people that's gonna get a job, help me get him a job so he can stay working, and just be very supported on him. We lost my sister, his mom, to diabetes, which is the same health issue that Charles is dealing with, and we are concerned about that. But I just see the change in him, and he have a son that's going to be graduating soon, high school. I just know that this time is going to be a better time for him.
Good. Well, thank you, ma'am. We appreciate you taking the time to speak with us today. Mr. Davis, is there something you'd like to say to us before we vote?
I want you to know that I take full responsibility for my actions. And I would like to apologize to the family one more time. Sorry for this behind.
All right, Mr. Davis, I think we're prepared to vote. I'll be voting first. I have concern. I like what you said, that you're doing well where you're at and you want to get this behind you. I have concerns about your history, your violent history, your criminal record. I mentioned that we have law enforcement opposition. You know, you were on supervision at the time this happened. And you had already, at that time, you had already taken anger management classes. And so I have some concern about your ability to control your anger. So today, my vote today is going to be to deny your parole. I think you're doing well. Warden G says you're doing well where you're at. I would recommend that if they have program opportunities there for you, that you do take advantage of it, particularly a victim awareness and anger management class if they have it. So that's my vote, sir. Good. Well, I'm glad to hear it. Mr. Prater?
I concur, vote to deny.
And Mr. Tillis?
I agree with my colleagues. I'll deny it this time.
All right, Mr. Davis. Today, your parole's been denied. Take advantage of any programs that Warden Judy has to offer for you. You can, you'll be getting out before you're eligible to reapply, but make yourself a good plan, and your family's there to support you. Good luck to you, sir. Warden Juice, thanks for accommodating us by the phone. We're going to sign off. It's 12:42 p.m.